All right, welcome in week 9 recap. We're back with Jake T. Won his second weekly prize of the year.
That's right.
Big showing for Jake T this week. And what's it feel like being at the top of the standings, man? 13-5, second place.
You
Is
know,
some unfamiliar territory for you.
I'm telling you, it's my year. I've been saying it year after
Oh
year. It's
God.
actually
Here
my
we
year.
go.
Because, I mean, look at my team. It's stacked. I get 158 when the average is 116 or the median. Like, I'm clearly good.
I'm
It's my
clearly
year.
good. I'm clearly good, says the second place team. Oh
I
man.
would be tied with Drew and first if, you know,
Stop it.
if that didn't
158
happen.
158 to 108 win over Kyle this week. And man, all there really is to talk about here, because you got a goose from your tight end position and still got put up 158. Joe Mixon with literally one of the best running back fantasy performances of all time. Like
Yep.
a top 5 performance of all time. I had one of these with Jonathan Taylor last year and I lost. But Joe Mixon had 153 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground, 4 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown through the air. And
Absolutely nuts.
Travis Etienne had the quietest 26 points of all time as your RB2. Your running backs alone put up over 80 points. So,
Yep. If only I still had Brees Hall. Oh well.
yeah,
Who needs them? My
it's
team
tough.
stacks.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks about Brees Hall because he was doing amazing, especially for the beginning of a rookie career. And
Right.
but then right when that happens, James Robinson gets traded, and Etienne's just the guy now for
Yep.
Jacksonville.
Pretty much saved my season. So yeah, it really did just I think it happened like the same day, maybe like the day after or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're looking really good. Your running backs look good. 4-game winning streak right now.
Yeah.
Despite starting Trevor Lawrence, but it was, Dak was on by.
I haven't
Um,
had a single good quarterback week at all this year. I think my highest was like 25 points. Otherwise, it's like
it's
under
crazy.
15.
That's crazy. And you're still 13-5 in second place.
Yeah. I mean, and looking at Kyle's team, I love Kyle's team. I've been saying it all year. He just gets really unlucky.
Hmm.
I
He
really
is
well,
four
like
and
look at his
14.
bench. He's got Jamar Chase, right? Which obviously is out.
Sucks, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still like Zeke kind of, Deontay Johnson. Like he has good names on his team. He
Yeah.
just hasn't been able to put it together. But I still like his team. I mean, obviously Mahomes. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean Godwin's coming back. So I think he has the piece of this. I think he can still come through.
Yep. 4 and 14 in 10th place, so he's pretty far behind. He's not out of it yet, but he really, really needs to put some wins together. He really can't afford very many more 0-2 weeks. Even 1-1. I mean, he really is gonna have to make up some ground. He's now 4 games behind Andre, who's holding on to the last playoff spot right now. Um, and his points are behind too. So yeah, Kyle's I know he's clinging on to that trophy, bringing it. He seems to be bringing it with him more and more now, knowing that it's looking slimmer and slimmer that he's going to be holding on to it. But
Yeah.
never impossible though.
What do we have? Like 5 more weeks until playoffs, I think.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 more weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 more weeks. You
Playoffs
got
are
a Kyle.
15,
I believe in
16,
you.
and 17. So 5 more weeks, 10 more games. Is that your dog?
Yeah, he wants a ball. You want a ball? There you go.
This is why we bring Jake on the recap. And
He
the other
drops his ball at my feet and he wants me to throw it at him. It's like this all day.
And the other reason was because I wanted to get an update on your nicknames. Last time, if you missed all of the nicknames and Jake's amazing explanations, go to the week. Well, I don't remember what it was, 4 recap or something. They're all
Something
pinned.
like that.
They're all pinned in the sleeper chat. So go back and find the last one Jake was on for the. But we'll get the new ones. Donta Foreman, he's Crimals. So
I
just
don't even know why he's. Oh no, no mind. I was saying that. All right. I like Chris, so I named a player after him. Out of
nice of
love for
you.
Chris.
That was nice of you.
Yeah, love you, Chris. Even though I'm
Okay.
gonna kick your ass next week.
And even though we got 4 points, but yeah, there you go. Let's see. We covered all these. We got Michael Scott because of Dak Prescott.
That's right.
Um,
I actually don't have
Kadarius
any new
Tony,
players really.
Kadarius Tony, who I don't think we ever talked about on the recap, but just unbelievable. I'm sitting in my car eating lunch, and I see, I get the news about Kadarius Tony. I'm looking at my lineup. I'm like, do I want to pick him up? I don't know who I could drop for him. I figured I was going to be too slow because I couldn't make up my mind, which was fine. But then I see, oh, Jake made a roster move. I'm like, oh, Jake got Kadarius. Noah made a roster move at the same time. I'm like, did he pick up somebody else? Because they both. And then I looked. Jake picked up Kadarius Tony. Noah
Yep.
picked up Kadarius Tony. That was hilarious.
And of course, Noah gets screwed because Noah gets screwed all year,
Hey, he was too. He didn't get screwed. He was too slow.
bro. By like
But
probably a half a second because my app
literally,
bugged out. Like I
um,
had to literally close the app and open it
and it
back up for
said
it to
that
like
both of you
unfreeze.
picked him up. But
Yeah, yeah.
his nickname though, if he went to Noah, his nickname would not be Malaria Toothache.
I really have no idea. I don't know. So I had Kadarius Tony early in the year, and I just gave him that nickname, and then I dropped him, and then I picked him up later, and it kept the nickname. I don't know why he still has that name. I don't even know how I thought of it. It was just the first thing that came to my mind.
I have no idea. No
I
idea.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
All right. So there's your update on Jake's nicknames.
I need to think of new names for my players. It's been a while. I have a few
Yeah,
unnamed
there's a
players.
couple without nicknames. You're slacking.
Yeah. I mean, in my dynasty league, all the players have nicknames.
That's a lot of players too. So, all
Yeah.
right, moving on. I'm gonna get mine over with. I'm devastated this year. This has been 0-2 this week. 117 to 101 loss to Chris. Chris is the hottest team in the league right now.
Yep.
He's won 7 straight games. He's all the way up to third place.
He even got the league median with 117. He's just
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah.
He's
I
just
have
lucky.
more points than Chris on the season. I would like to continue saying that on the recap that my team has more points, even though I'm in ninth at 6-12. But it's fine. I'm not upset about it. Yeah, Chris had a solid week. It was tough with 26 points from the Patriots defense. That one hurt a lot. But that's kind of I expected a good game from them going up against Sam Ellinger. I was just hoping it was like even a 15. I would have been, but they got that pick six or fumble.
Yeah.
They got a touchdown when it was already 19-3 with like 2 minutes left in the game, and that was super demoralizing.
Yeah.
So
It's
that
rough.
that was that was his top player, his top player on the week. But his receivers came out and had solid games. Nobody, had a real disappointing week, even though his running backs were just all right. But AJ Brown has been great. DeAndre Hopkins, caught a touchdown
Yeah.
early, only ended up with 13. But and Juju has been awesome for Chris the last couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
Juju is like old Juju from 5 years ago.
Yeah,
All of a
he's
sudden.
finally getting comfortable in the Chiefs offense. So
Yep.
yeah. So Chris did enough. He was playing, one of the worst teams in the league. So all you got to do is score 117 and you're fine. I was destroyed by not having Christian McCaffrey this week. I had slim options at running back. I was hoping that James Conner was going to be out because then Eno's a pretty good play, but Conner was back.
Yep.
And
I mean,
I was hoping for, a game where like Khalil Herbert's been very good lately, even
he
with
has
David.
been, yeah.
He's looked honestly better than David Montgomery, but Justin Fields did all of the work for the Bears. He ran
Literally all of it.
everything. They literally didn't need anything from their running back. So
Because Montgomery did nothing either for Kyle.
no,
I think
it
I
was
saw like
all
5 points over there.
Fields got
Yeah.
fit for, I think it was 48 or something on Noah's bench. So he did it
Yeah.
all. So Herbert did nothing. So it hurts going from, probably the best running back in the entire league to having to start a guy that gets 2 points. So tough to recover from. My wide receiver too has been struggling. Devontae Smith only had 2 catches for 22 yards, which was especially hurtful because I was going up against AJ Brown,
Right.
who got everything. Josh Palmer was a good pickup, but other than that, it was a disappointing week. So I'm back in ninth place, 6-12, 2 games out of the playoffs. So I'm in it, but it feels demoralizing. Chris is like I said, 11-7 in third.
I mean, good for you. Fournette, I heard, is going to be benched for Rashad White, so you might be getting a
Hoping.
good running back right there. Maybe a flex
I
play.
am hoping. That's for
Yeah.
sure. I've been struggling with Mike Williams being out. Cortland Sutton's on an awful offense.
Yep.
Rashad Bateman's out for the year, and Devontae Smith's been super inconsistent. So that
Javonte
is
Williams injury, the biggest one.
in memory of Javonte. We're not making him proud right now. The second highest score of the week was Drew, 143 to 125, winning a high scoring match. Like all Drews are, every week he plays against a team that scores 125 or more, and he always seems to score more than that and beat them. He's just in
Yep.
shootouts.
And
But
Drew is the worst depth by far in the history
what
of
else?
this league.
What else is new? It's the same thing every year, but his starters are so good that it doesn't matter.
He usually has 3 handcuffs for his starting running back and then no other depth.
It's
because he
unbelievable.
literally has
He
two empty
has
bench
two empty
spots,
bench spots. He doesn't even need them.
and he has a backup quarterback with an out Chuba Hubbard who could probably just be in his IR slot, but he's still holding on to Elijah Mitchell, who's not going to be playing because McCaffrey's there. He has no depth, but he's still in first place. It's the most Drew thing
He
ever.
drafted. Now, I was very high on Chris Olave coming into the season. I really liked him, did my research on him, all that. Drew picked him and said, "Who's this guy, Olave?"
Yep.
And he's been so good for Drew.
Drew picked Tyreek Hill, and he said, "What team is he on?"
And he's in first place, 14-4. Another amazing week. Miles Sanders got off to a good start for him. Austin Eckler's been unbelievable. I'm pretty sure Austin Eckler's the top running back right now.
Yeah, he's got to
Tyreek's
be.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Kelsey is
he's
such a ridiculous advantage at the tight end position. It's Drew's team is looking really good.
Yep, I'm horrified of Drew's team.
Noah's in fourth. Noah's 9-9. That shows how close our league is. Being 9-9, that's good enough for fourth. And 125 was a good week. He just ran up against Drew this week.
Yep.
Derrick Henry's been awesome. His running backs are scary. He made that big trade, got Dameon Pierce, 13 for him this week, but he got Devontae Adams, and Devontae went off for 36. So that'll be a huge pickup for Noah.
I feel like every single year Noah has three absolute stud running backs. I'm horrified of.
It's what he
Dameon
does.
Pierce, Derrick Henry, and Nick Chubb. You can't get better than that.
It's
and
what
then
he
obviously is Adams too. So I mean, he's even a stronger wide receiver.
And now he traded away DeAndre Swift, which we thought, I think most people probably looked at like, okay, he got Adams, but he downgraded at running back. It's looking like he upgraded at running back right now because Swift doesn't look like he's healthy. He's barely getting any touches right now.
There's
it was
news
all
he might
Williams.
not even be back this year. It might be the Williams show.
So Noah might have ended up fleecing Team Facefuck in that trade. So,
yeah.
Sorry, I upset the dog by swearing.
Yeah, he doesn't like swears.
Speaking of face fuck, they won 125 to 116. He barked again.
He likes to bark.
125-116 over Sam. So Chris is the hottest team in the league. Sam is the coldest team in the league. Ever since Noah came on this recap and said Sam's team is unbeatable, he's lost 8 straight games. He started off 8-2. He's now 8-10.
Absolutely unreal. And he still has a great team. He has an amazing team.
And he missed the median by a point. So that was heartbreaking for him as well.
This is the first time we've ever seen a handcuff tight end that actually works.
Yeah.
Because he has Likely and Mark Andrews. And I would love to start Likely if Mark Andrews is out. So I love his setup. I think Sam's team, I still think it's the best team in the league, honestly. He's just very unlucky, I guess. Because Josh Allen, Stevenson, Walker, that's like a bam, bam, bam. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think everyone does. Which I'm pissed about Kyle in that dynasty trade, by the way. We'll still see how JMO does, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not happy about it. And he has CeeDee Lamb on bye, so.
Yeah. And Saquon.
His team is so
you didn't even mention Saquon.
So. I forgot about Saquon. I'm just looking at his starters.
Yeah. So
Sam's still in it.
Yep, for sure. And he's, as good as that team is, he's on the outside looking in for the playoffs right now in 7th place, but obviously right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Bart and Zach are in 8th place. They're 8-10 after getting the win this week. Traded for Tua. Tua put up 30. That was really their first big performance from the quarterback position, so that was good for them. But their running backs, Leonard Fournette and DeAndre Swift, a couple big names that both look really shaky.
Yep.
So that'll be tough for them. In my opinion,
too, another big name who's just been shaky.
Pittman's so good. It just sucks that Sam Ehlinger had to come in and ruin everything.
Yeah. Did they bench Matt Ryan or is he injured?
They bent both. They said he was hurt, and then they said, but Ehlinger's going to start the rest of the season. And then they fired their coach, and then they hired an ESPN analyst. So not looking like a great situation for Michael Pittman. But yeah, so they're going to need, they're going to need Fournette and Swift to be themselves, and it's not looking great.
Yeah, he needs Keenan Allen to come back and be Keenan Allen too.
Yep. But they did get Cordell Patterson back, who they didn't play this week, but he looked really good again.
Yep.
Michael Carter might be a starter on that team. So they've got a couple other options too. And the best nickname in the league, in my opinion, is their tight end, Dallas Goat Dart, who got 24 and taking all the points away from my guy, Devontae Smith. So they're looking pretty good at the tight end position.
Yeah.
Um,
Everyone's team is very good in my
it's
this is a
very
very
even.
close year.
It's very close for sure. I feel like
Yeah.
we are. That's the way it's been for a few years now. It's just been extremely close, and that's what we're looking like again this year.
Yeah.
And the last matchup that deserves no attention whatsoever. 92-82 win for Hilshi over Andre. They
Playing
were
in standard league numbers with no
Oh
flex.
my God, 92-82. Hilshi was going to bench the Ravens defense just to secure a decimal point win, 82 point something to 82.7.
But he actually played them,
I'm glad he
surprisingly.
decided to play him. They got him 10 points, so he won, more comfortably. Um, but oh God,
It was ugly.
what do you even
Rodgers deserves to be on the waiver. He needs to retire. It's been
so
bad.
bad.
Yep.
Herbert has been disappointing. I mean, he's been missing Keenan Allen the whole year. He's now missing
Mhm.
Mike Williams, so that's tough. I don't think it's really Herbert's fault, but he's not been at all what Ryan drafted him to be.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones got hurt last game. Ryan has absolutely no second running back.
Yep.
Clyde
He
is
traded for Clyde, and he's
Clyde
been
is a
horrible
backup
since.
now. Clyde is a timeshare backup. Chase Edmonds is a timeshare backup. Cam Akers sucks.
Yep.
And that's what he's got. He's got Naeem Hines on Buffalo now. So yeah,
It's
send
Justin
send Ryan
Jefferson
running
team.
backs.
Yeah. Poor
Um,
Hilsch.
Justin Jefferson had 25, but that was almost half of his points. So
Yeah.
and he won. So what do I know?
Insane.
Yep. So that's all the attention that matchup deserves. Ryan is 9-9. He's in fifth place right now. Andre's in sixth, holding on to that last playoff spot at eight. And he's there's a few 8 and 10 teams. He's the highest scoring one.
Yeah.
Um,
Dre's team is very scary, I would like to say. Another team that I would not like to play every week.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of big names on there. Kyle Pitts, though, what's up with him? He just isn't. He's not it. He's just not it.
Another great player on an awful offense with a quarterback that can't pass the ball.
Yep, exactly.
So that's tough. He's going to need something from Kyle Pitts. He's going to need something from Jonathan Taylor, who's been awful this year.
Which are
So
two players that he got in a trade from Sam. So
right, right.
it's and Dubs, who just got injured. So
So
poor Dre.
he's betting on Pitts and Taylor. So his season might
Yeah,
might kind of go as they go. But if Taylor gets healthy and turns it around, though, I mean, he'll have Taylor and Dalvin Cook.
yeah, yeah.
And so he's got high potential, but obviously a lot of risk there too.
Right, and he needs his players to perform. He's negative now, 8 and 10. So
Yep.
it's getting close to the end of the year. He definitely has to put it together.
Yep.
But if he does put it together, he's horrifying in the
Oh
playoffs.
my God. So I just for the first time right now looked at next week's matchups. I was just gonna decide on the fly who the matchup of the week is, and
It's got to be me and Chris.
it's very clear. It's you and Chris.
That's right.
Another great matchup, Noah and Hilshi at the 4 seed and the 5 seed. So a couple really good
That's true.
matchups next week. I just got devastated because I realized that I'm playing Drew.
Oh, rip.
I need
Well, let's see.
wins.
Does Drew have any buys? Because
He's
if he
got
has
Joe
buys,
Burrow,
he has no. He
on
has no depth.
bye. Evan McPherson's on bye. Let's fucking go. Um, that's it. So he's
Yeah,
gonna
he's
so
pretty much full force.
he's gonna get to play Tom Brady. So we'll see how that goes. Tom Brady playing in Germany against Seattle on
Yeah,
Sunday at 9:30. So but at least I got Christian McCaffrey back. But man, that's gonna be tough playing against the top team in the league when I desperately need wins.
you better
Um,
hope. Does Drew watch these?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna risk it and say I hope that Drew doesn't. He forgets that Tom Brady plays at 9:30 a.m. on Sunday, and he starts his
Doesn't make the switch.
yeah, like you
Okay.
did earlier this year, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because those 9:30 games are tricky, but we'll see.
Hey, mine was in a dynasty league and I was up. I was playing golf and I checked and Kamara was definitely playing an hour before the game and then
Yeah.
he was out. So
Whatever. You still started a buy
yeah.
or whatever, an injured.
If Drew checks his lineup at noon on Sunday for the first time all week, he's gonna be real disappointed.
Yeah.
So that's my best chance of winning. So
Yep.
let's hope for that. And then the other matchups, we got Sam looking to turn around an 8-game losing streak going up against Kyle in 10th place, and then face fuck taking on Andre. So couple 8 and 10 teams. That'll be huge for the playoff race as well.
This actually, yeah, it's a bunch of close teams playing against each other next week.
And then
So
me and Drew.
it's a lot of fighting for standards.
Yep.
Standings, yeah. Yeah, and you and Drew. I mean, you're projected to win right now. Oh, actually,
he doesn't have a quarterback in.
Yeah, you're right. Or a kicker. He still has a 37% chance to win with no quarterback or kicker.
My team's a joke. All right. Thanks for joining me, Jake. Congrats on the second weekly prize. And
Thank you. Thank you.
good luck in the matchup of the week next week against Chris.
Yep, you're going down,
Slow
Chris.
him down. Slow him down for me, please.
I will. That win streak's going down. I'll take it down. Leave it to me.
All right. See you later.
Yep, see ya.